Good day, madam. My name is Sitambaram. I would like to contribute my part for the presentation for my human-computer interaction assignment 2. First of all, my choice was mobile application. It was a to-do list. So, who are the stakeholders for the first question? Technically, the stakeholders will be the backend, the developer, meaning that the programmer, and also the UI designer. Non-technical is the front users, the users, direct users, and the application store. So for my personal individual reflection, personally by designing this to-do list user interface by referencing with another application, it provides me many creative activity like how to implement new design after extracting as all user preference based on every user, like how it will be more better if we design in such way. Even though it looks like very simple design, the way of designing is very important as I know for the mobile application and every application as well. Since every element in a particular module plays an important role, such as placing the position, the colors, and also the icons were used in the mobile application. So these are the original UI design of to-do list mobile application, which are already in the application store. So the first one is the welcoming page. The problem in the welcoming page is the plain color and it's not too attractive. The color can be more like attractive to the user. The second one is the task. Task looks more complicated. The user might feel like hard to differentiate how to add a new task or modify or delete. It's look like more complicated because since the functions are listed very small on the below there. The third part is the calendar. The calendar and background looks the same color. Moreover, the swipe left and right to change the months or year is too small. So the user might feel hard to change the months or date. Continuously for the mind module part is not that catchy. Plus, they will use like simple wording fonts only. There's like nothing special for the five categories part, even though we can see it listed over there such as without using any icons, it's like very with limited space. The rest of the space below there they never use for anything, so it might be better if we use the space to make the user feel free to key like for a big space. So the sixth one is stars. Okay, even though the user sometimes will be like confused within like uh, which one is our star task, because normally we are more attractive to some icons like star icons like that. So if they implement like icons like star icons, it will be better from my perceptive. So eight is the theme. Theme wise, I think they have the limited colors and also the scenarios are like very plain and they set like in a vertical way. So it will be better if the user like can swipe and just select like two part of section only to done with the theme. So the another one will be the setting. Setting wise is just nice with the icons, but it's like too vertical and the categories are just listed out in a straight way. So my wise, I have designed in my own way as for the assignment purpose. Okay, this is my welcoming to the app. This is my user interface. Okay, justification and explanation wise, and a user first experience and attraction when using a new application is based on the first welcoming interface. It must be very special and attractive to the user, like based on the textual style, color, and graphical content. This design is developed based on the criteria mentioned in the above statement by using the title as the application. So we use the title name as the application to-do list. Meanwhile, the color is one of the color is selected after study on a research for the most favorite color of the users while using the app. So this is like something like dark blue like that. Second one is the task. This one is very direct. The user can like this is one of the main module, right? So the user can add, edit, modify. It's like very direct to the point, and also it has a developed with simple instruction and easy to view tasks by using consistent colors of fonts and background. Moreover, the main three modules like task, calendar, and mind, right? You can see on your right there above. Okay, can be selected through the assistive touch. It's like a small round button where the user can drag anywhere the button, like any edge to the screen, where it stays until you move again. Okay, this is the part for the calendar. Okay, the calendar, we have expanded the calendar. Moreover, we added some words there. So something like catchy words. Okay. Then moreover, the user can swipe left or right. Plus, on the right, there's a button and the left on the button to change the dates. Okay, once the date is selected, it will be displaying down to confirm, and the user can add for new task. This is for the mind module. Comparing to the before one, the mind module is very simple without any icons. So I have implemented and designed with new icons like catchy icons and related icons. Like for the upcoming, it's like something like running. We can know, the user can know something is like on the way for our task. And the completed one is like comparing like resting is just done. The chart wise, we added like some colors to make more attractive. Okay, five, the category part. Okay, category part, we have centralized this and make the user like feel free to touch anywhere, like not to say anywhere, it's like more spacer than the before one, the compact application. So like personal wise, work, wishlist, birthday. Together with that, we have added some icons. Start stars. As I mentioned above, the start task, something like special, right? How it going to be like different from the normal task. So we have added some stars to look more catchy. We know it's important. Star is meaning for that. So just if more tasks to be added, the user can add through the down button add. Okay, this is the more. Okay, the font size in more module has increased. It will be easy for the user to read and identify by removing the icons. Like based on the previous one, like too many icons is like unnecessary. So removing the icon, it provide more space and the fonts to be expanded. However, it also feel unnecessary to the icons for less used modules. This is for the color part. The color part, the user now got many color, like it's free to use. So first, the color wise, the user have to pick their color, their favorite color. Then second, the scenery. For swipe left for more sceneries. Okay, it is developed by providing more colors, as I mentioned, and rather than limited colors. Meanwhile, the scenery added by swiping on left to make the user feel more comfortable. This is my explanation part. And last but not least, for the setting part. Previously, the compact application, the setting was vertical, even though it categorized. So this one make more wider. So it was like left and right. The categories are set on top, like customize and date and time. So all other sub modules we added down. So this is the settings part. So in this module, rather than vertical design by categories of setting, it is more easy for the user by viewing in horizontal. This is my explanation. It has developed by using lines for dividing both different type of settings. So this is my part from presentation. Thank you so much, madam. I will pass to Priya. Thank you.
Thank you, Sinu. A very good day, madam. I'm DarrshiniPriya Chandraselan, and I would be presenting about the website, which is Coursera. And without further delay, let's move into the website. So, there are many downsides that can be identified from the interface of Coursera website, but the main three issues that I would like to highlight are such as contrast, movement, and variety. So, for the first point, contrast, the website does have both dark and bright colors, but it is mostly bright. The lighter color is emphasized more compared to the darker color. Not all users would like this. Some would prefer to have a darker mode. This is because it is easier and healthier to read text against a dark background as it reduces eye strain. In my point of view, the designer could add a dark or light mode option for the users to choose either one depending on which mode is preferable to them. The darker color could be emphasized even more when the light mode is being used. So for my second point, which is movement, no movement can be seen on this website. It has a very simple looking yet complex and boring interface. Movement is a very important element when it comes to a designing website. Visual movement helps the users to make decisions and perform complex functions with little direct instruction. So, in my opinion, the designer could add in some visual movement to make the interface look more interesting so that the user can engage better with the website and understand the content quickly. So, for the third point, which is variety, there's not many variety in the interfaces of the website. So everything looks the same with the same shapes and colors being repeated. No patterns are used on the website, which makes it look very dull and empty. Patterns could be added to make the interface look more exciting, and this would interest the users to browse the website. The shapes and colors of a particular information could be changed. Instead of only using square, shapes like circle could be used as well. Most importantly, it could be more colorful. Adding more colors could reduce the dullness of the website. So, looking into the mistakes and problems that we have on the interface, I have redesigned the interface. I have a few points added to the interface, which are contrast homepage, dark or light mode option, emphasized elements, variety in information, proportional texts, and movement interface. So for the first point, which is contrast homepage, the website has a contrast where the key elements are popped out. For example, the three boxes, which contains important information, would be an eye catcher because of its white color, whereas the blue color in the background is not bothered by the user compared to the white boxes. So for the second point, which is dark or light mode option, a small feature that can be helpful to all kinds of users is added to the interface. An icon of pyramid at the top beside the bell button is added, and the function of the button is to change the mode of the website. Either dark or light mode can be chosen by the user depending on their preferability. For my third point, emphasized elements. The elements in this interface are nicely emphasized. As you can see, the famous quote of Sir Albert Einstein is in black color, and the font is bold, which automatically makes it stand out compared to the other elements. The main aim here is for the quote to be seen first, and the only way to make it an eye catcher is by emphasizing on the color of the font to make sure that it does not match the background, or it will just look like a normal phrase which will not be read by users. So for the fourth point, which is variety information, variety creates visual interest in a design, which catches the attention of users to read the information which is given. Here, the image used above the information has shapes with various colors, which is also backed up by textures. It does not give the reader a monotonous or boring feeling, whereas it is exciting and will interest them more to get to know about the information. My next point would be proportional text. Proportional texts are used in this interface so that while scrolling the bigger text, which is also an important topic, could be seen easily. It catches the attention of the reader even faster compared to the smaller text. Larger elements tend to be seen as more important while smaller ones are less so. The typical idea of making the headline bigger is an easy way of catching the attention of the users. So for the last point, which is movement interface, movements are added in the interface as it is the only way a person's eye travel over a design. There are many other places that I have applied movement to, but this element which I think is very important was given more concern while designing. This is because a chat box is most likely ignored in many websites because of its stagnant positioning. A chat box is very important for any website because this is the only way we can directly connect with someone who's working for the website. So a sliding movement is added to the chat box once the touchpad symbol is held on. So for my personal reflection of this assignment, what I have really learned from this assignment. There are many things that I have learned from this assignment, but the main point that I have learned and would apply while designing a website is that good design sets the first impression. As mentioned before, first impression matter because potential consumers are visiting the website to discover more about the company. If we make a poor first impression by having a sloppy looking page with poor design, it will be challenging to persuade visitors by having to stay on the page to learn more about the offerings. The amount of time it takes a visitor to evaluate the aesthetics and reach a judgment on the site is extremely brief. So we should try to make the worst out we should try to make the most of it. A website's design can affect how a person feels when they first see it. If a website is well designed, offers vibrant colors, and is welcoming to visitors, they are more likely to stay for a while. No one would be enticed to continue browsing a site that is cold and dark with outmoded graphics and a terribly perplexing navigation. It is simply an unavoidable aspect of web design to have a responsive website, which is a site that will dynamically modify and alter its appearance based on the size or orientation of the device or screen it is being viewed on. The website must be engaging and carefully constructed if we hope to not only outperform our rivals but also stand out from the crowd. Strong branding, consistent use of fonts, colors, and imaginative layouts may quickly set us apart from the competition and show how professional our business operates. So that's all from me, madam. Thank you so much and have a nice day.